Alright. This is the latest budget-friendly TV from Xiaomi. The Xiaomi TV 8 Pro. I got this 32-inch variant for only 7,000 Philippine pesos due to the 11/11 Lazada sale. But the regular price is at 9,000, which is still really cheap. This is a full-pledged Google TV, but with only a 60Hz HD resolution though, specifically 1366 by 768, which can display up to 16.7 million pixels and a nice viewing angle of up to 178 degrees. Let's open the box now, which looks like an eco-friendly box. We have a do's and don'ts piece of paper here. Then we have the base legs of the TV, which you can use if you don't want to wall mount your TV. The Xiaomi TV 8 Pro has two 10-watt speakers and supports Dolby Audio, DTS-X, and DTS Virtual X sound. Under the hood, the Xiaomi TV 8 Pro is powered by 4CA55 CPU with Mali G31 MP2 GPU. It comes pre-installed with the popular streaming apps like Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and with the availability of the Google Play Store, you can basically install unlimited other apps, as long as it fits with the 8GB storage space here, and the 1.5 gigs RAM can handle it. The TV also supports Google Home, Chromecast, and Miracast. Of course, it also comes with Google Assistant for hands-free searching and commands. We have the power cable here. Unlike most TV where the power cord is built in, the TV 8 Pro's power cable is detachable. This is a round plug, and the attachment to the TV is this two-hole type of connection, which I do not know what it's called. We then have the remote control here. This is a Bluetooth remote and not an infrared or IR remote. It have dedicated buttons for Netflix, YouTube, Prime, and apps. And we have another power cable here. They actually ship two power cables in the box. A European round plug and this one, the flat plugs for most Asian countries, including the Philippines. Then we have the manuals here. The first one is about the TV, to know the ports available, the parts, and the TV operation. The other manual is about the remote, to know the functions of each buttons in the remote, how to pair it, and other related things. Both manuals are multilingual. And we also have the warranty notice here. Lastly, we also have 4 short screws here, which I assume is what you'll be using to attach the legs to the TV. Let's now look at the TV itself, which for connectivity, can use the built-in Bluetooth 5.0, the Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz bands, or through an RJ45 cable with its Ethernet LAN port. The TV consumes 55 watts of power and can accept 100 to 240 volts input. And here is the Xiaomi TV 8 Pro itself. It is lightweight and looks very elegant and a lot nicer than its price. Talking about the weight, the TV 8 Pro weighs at 3.9 kilograms, and when you use the base stand, it adds 40 grams to that weight. The TV's dimension is at 715.7 by 82.5 meters by 423.7 millimeters. This is a thick TV, as what you would expect in this price range, at around 90 millimeters thick. And the frame around the screen is made out of a metal. I tested it with a magnet to be sure, and it is indeed a metal. While all the other parts of the TV are made out of plastic, as do any other TVs in the world. It has 4 ready-made wall mount screw holes which measures 100 by 100 millimeters distance from each other. At the bottom part, we have the LED light indicator here. We have a lot of vents at the bottom to dissipate heat. And by the way, the power button of the TV is located here at the bottom. It is very discreet, so it might be helpful to point this out to you. Then on the edge of this bottom part, here is where you will need to screw the leg stand of the TV, in case you are not mounting it. You can see some information about the TV at the back in the sticker just below wall mount screw holes. We also have some warranty stickers here reminding the user to call the support first before trying to open the TV themselves. On the left side of the back, we have the power port. This is where you will plug in the power cable of the TV. Then at the right side we have all the available ports. We have one RCA or composite audio video port here for the old devices that you might have. Above it is the LAN port, which is followed by the 2 HDMI ports. There is a label on the side here to easily locate the ports. Although I'm not sure how you will be able to read this when your TV is already wall mounted, since these labels will be facing the wall by then and away from the user. Anyway, the next port is a 3.5mm jack, which is good if you're watching something private. Then we have a coaxial slot here for free-to-air antennas or those really old video devices. And lastly, there are 2 USB ports where you can plug in storage devices to watch local movies or listen to music. You have every ports that you will need here. The only 2 things missing here is the RGB port or the PR, PB, and Y ports and a VGA port, which I believe no one is really using anymore, so they will not really be missed by anyone. The remote control of the Xiaomi TV 8 Pro needs 2 AAA batteries. Just follow the image here for the battery orientation. Then just slide the cover back in. On your first boot of the TV, it will guide you on how to pair the remote. Just follow the instruction on the TV and press these 2 buttons here. The TV will let you know when the remote is paired. That's it. You're now ready to use the remote. In case the remote is accidentally unpaired with the TV, just repeat this process. Okay. Let's fire up this TV now. I am going to use the flat power cord since I am in the Philippines. We just need to plug it here in the power slot at the back of the TV. Then the plug to your power outlet, of course. Once plugged in, this light here will turn on for about 5 seconds, but not the TV itself yet. It's just an indicator that the TV has power now. Just to share, I had a bit of a brain fart situation here. I have been trying to turn on the TV using the remote's power button and it is not working. So I was so worried that the TV was broken. Then I remember that this is a Bluetooth remote and it is obviously not paired to the TV yet, so it really would not work. To turn on the TV for the first time, you will need to press this very discreetly placed power button here at the bottom. Once you press that, the TV will turn on. Just something to remember when you buy this TV. The remote is Bluetooth, not IR, and it is initially not paired with the TV yet. So first time boot up should be done with the physical power button of the TV. After the first boot up, the first thing the TV will let you do is pair the remote, which what I already shown earlier. Alright. Let's continue with the TV setup. We will need to select the language first. I'll choose English US of course. Then your region. The Philippines is here, which means the TV is officially released by Xiaomi here. Then you will need to select to set up basic TV or Google TV. Of course we will want the Google TV. To set up automatically, we can install Google Home in our phone. Just find it in Google Play Store and install. Once installed, open the app. Then allow permissions. Then you'll need to choose the accounts that you want to be copied to the TV. Allow some more permissions. Then just tap Save here. Then go to the Devices tab. And let's add a new device. Tap New Device. Select a location. It will now search for a new device nearby. Okay, the TV is found. Let's tap Yes. Now let's tap Scan Code so we can scan the QR code from the TV. Okay. It's now connecting. There we go. We are now connected. We then need to accept the terms of services. Choose the location of the device, which you can also customize if you want. But we will need to connect to the Wi-Fi, and that should be it. Okay. For some reason, the TV cannot connect to the Wi-Fi using this automatic method, so why don't we try to set up manually on the TV itself? Using the remote, let's select Setup on TV instead here at the bottom of the screen. Let's select the Wi-Fi network we want to connect to. Then enter the Wi-Fi password. We will then need to sign into your Google account. Of course there will be some verifications where you still need to use your phone to log into your Google account. Okay, we're in. Just accept the terms again. Then sign up for other Google services. Now, based on your Google account, it will set up the Google TV software, install some app that you have, and get everything ready. We can start exploring. And here we are. We are now in the home screen of the TV. Alright. From the home screen, you have section here for your apps, continue watching, Apple TV, and Google Play Movies. And I'm sure there will be more sections here as you use the TV, like for YouTube, Netflix, and others. From the Apps tab, you have all your apps listed here, and below you can install more if you want. We can go to the See All section to view the installed apps. The ones above the line are the apps viewable from the homepage, while the ones at the bottom can only be viewed here. For the library, I obviously have nothing yet here. On the right side we have the search icon, and the gear will open this control panel, where you can quickly enable the screensaver, switch input source, view the picture, open Wi-Fi settings and accessibility options. Or you can select the gear icon at the corner to open the settings page. From here you have the channel and inputs, which sets your tuner mode, audio setup, caption setup, parental controls, and emergency broadcast system settings. You can also set here your TV inputs if you want to watch from other sources like HDMI or the RCA inputs. Then we have display and sound section, where you can control and set your picture settings, screen, sound, and audio inputs. Network and internet is obviously where you can set up your network and Wi-Fi connections. Accounts and sign in is where you manage your accounts. You can add or delete accounts here. We also have privacy settings here, which is where you have the settings for Google Assistant, payments and purchases, and apps permissions. By the way, we have a dedicated button in the remote for Google Assistant here. When you press it, it will activate Google Assistant and just talk.
What is the weather today in Taguig?
Today in Taguig, there will be isolated thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 33 and a low of 26. Currently it's 32 degrees.
There you go. We also have special app access and security and restriction settings here. Then we have the apps, where you can manage all apps. You can view all apps here, including the system apps. You can clear cache, clear data, and uninstall apps from here. And you might notice that Play Store is not listed in the homepage. It's because it is categorized as system app and will only be accessible through here in the app section of the settings page. Then we have the system settings where you can set the accessibility options, view the about the device, set date and time, language, keyboard settings, view storage information, set ambient mode, power and energy settings, do screencast, set system sounds and TV modes, or restart the TV. Lastly, remote and accessories is where you set up Bluetooth devices. The audio quality of the Xiaomi TV A Pro is decent enough. It can take over the whole 75 square feet of the room where I put it. I only ever set the volume of the TV to 50% here. Anything higher than that is too loud. So I guess the audio of the TV is good enough for 150 square feet of room. The audio is also very clear and solid. Here's a sample.
Chunky.
Let it go, Ross. I got an extra one. You want this?
No.
Hey, how's my favorite parenting team doing?
Dr. Franzblau, hi.
So, I understand you're thinking of having a baby. Well, I see you're 9 months pregnant. That's a good start.
As for the display, as mentioned earlier, this only has a maximum of HD resolution, which is one of the areas where they cut corners to make this Google TV so affordable. But honestly, the display is so good that I don't even notice any difference with my other 1080p TVs here in the house. It is as vibrant, as clear and as crisp as those 1080p TVs. Also, when playing YouTube videos, it can still reach 1080p quality. I'm not sure if this is true or not, since the TV's hardware is basically limited to HD, but it looks 1080p quality to me. Viewing angle at 178 degrees is superb. Even if you are totally almost at side of the TV, it is indeed still viewable. The glare and reflection is still there though, so you will need to strategize the location of the TV to avoid bright windows being captured in your viewing angle. Overall, I like the display. Even if it is just an HD display, it is a really good HD display. But I do know many people love their 4K and 8K resolutions, so if you're one of those people, the Xiaomi TV A Pro is not for you. Before we proceed with the verdict, I would like to show you this awesome pre-installed app in the Xiaomi TV A Pro first. It's called TV Manager. When you open it, just select Optimized and it will automatically close all running background apps, remove the trash, including the cache, and end all idle processes running in the background. This is really helpful since I don't need to go to the apps one by one just to force stop them or clear their cache. You can just do it here in one click. And I highly recommend that you run this app every time you are turning off your TV so that everything will run as smoothly as possible. This is a great additional app for a Google TV. Alright. In conclusion, I think the Xiaomi TV A Pro is worth every penny. No, it is actually a bang for the buck. Imagine paying less than a third of the cheapest Samsung or Sony TV. Again, less than a third of the price of the cheapest Sony or Samsung TV and getting a fully capable Google TV with a great build, good sound, average display, and all the features of those other overpriced Google TVs. If that's not a bang for the buck, I don't know what is. If you're not too particular on having a really good screen resolution in the likes of 4K and up, which I think is the only shortcoming of this TV, and just want a casual TV where you can enjoy your favorite shows and movies without breaking the bank, then the Xiaomi TV A Pro would be perfect for you. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. If it has helped you in any way, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Nilasuj for watching. Noba Air.